Hey folks, welcome back. This is Lucid, and we are playing Lanka. It's turn 55, and this will be a different episode, because we're actually going to do it together. So a lot of this series, I feel like I've been doing pretty high-level summaries of the turns, or like going through them kind of quickly, which is nice, because the series has been moving quite along, or along quite quickly. And this turn I still have a lot to do. So anyway, we'll do that together. We have a message from Ubar. I had sent Ubar a message last episode, or last turn, where I had said, hey, what's going on? I'm kind of thinking about turtling for a little bit. What are you up to? And he says, looks like that war with Satis has gone well after all. Same with Arco from me. I'm jumping his cap this turn, and then there's just one more fort of his left after that, although it's looking like he's stacking all his gems into Siege Defense Chaff in his cap, so that will be his last stand, I suspect. After that, I'm feeling same as you. The war with Arco has been game spanning, so I feel I need to consolidate and consider what's next. Unfortunately, probably is going to be attacking me. We'll still be keeping an eye out for anybody throne rushing, though. Yeah, which could be me or it could be McCone. So, yeah, I mean, let's talk about thrones real quick. So, thrones, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And mine are worth 2 on average. I've got 1, 3, and 1, 1. So anyway, that puts me at 8. If I get this one, which I think there's a good chance I'll get, then that will put me at 10. And then I only need 2 more. I think the calculus, too, that's going to make Ubar swing on the other side of the war is if I attack him and like successfully win against him, maybe I come down here or something. Actually, not sure how this would go. I guess I would go like this and come get this one, or I mean, realistically, I would fight McCone. But I could move here, and then from here, where are the places I can go? Here. Yeah, I'm actually really close to this throne too. So I could like make a play on this throne, which he might not see coming, and then this one. And all I really have to do it is bring in dudes that are immune to assassins, which I think for me is not very hard, because I've got death mages, and then his assassins can have fire, which means they can do like incinerate and stuff. So I think the thing for me is I would just put fire resistance gear on them. Give them a morale item or 2. So like the fire resistance items, a lot of those also give morale. So I'd probably do that, like maybe fire plates or something, but I have to get more fire mages, which we'd have to figure out. And then he would have to fight me in like a man fight. And I don't think there's anybody on the board who's going to fight me in a man fight right now. But with that, let's go ahead and see what happens. We did a little bit of thaumaturgy research so I can do augury. There's a dire portent. And McCone has cast Riches from Beneath. So for those of you who don't know, Riches from Beneath is a spell. It gives you additional income based on how many resources are in a province. And it also gives you more resources in a province. And this again is post-patch McCone. So McCone is actually going to be able to crap out a lot of these Gigante hoplites, combined with the fact he has essentially unlimited money. Fortunately, though, I got contacted by Atlantis this turn, who aims to steal that. So that would be huge. Not only for keeping Atlantis alive, which I'm in favor of. Atlantis also has Earthblood Deepwell, which is nice. So not only would that keep Atlantis alive, which means Oceania is going to be bothering me later, but also will deny it from McCone, which is going to be huge. I don't care that much, I don't think, about him massing hoplites. I mean, they're a really good troop, and they go through Fog Warriors. But I can do Skeletal Body, and I can do the morale play. And I think with those, they'll survive for a little bit. I mean, and I can do Wrathful Skies. So there's like a whole slew of things why it doesn't really matter how many he has, I don't think. I could be wrong, but we'll see. I mean, obviously, if you have an unlimited amount, right, you can put up an unlimited amount of rating pressure, right? So the quantity does matter, but I think the way I'm thinking about it, we should wreck them. The thing that they're going to be good at is I can't thug easily into them. Like those guys with Strength of Giants, and then, having those big, long magic weapons. I think they will fuck up most of the thug designs I could come up with. So there's that. And, like, Air Death is usually good unless they have magic weapons. So my thug paths are not great for fighting them. But I'm not really going for, like, a thuggy... I mean, you can see all my thugs have been getting murdered. It's really been shameful. Some of it was due to, like, poor scouting on my side, but they've mostly just been dying a lot and getting donated to the enemy side. So let's go ahead and take a look at the battles. Here we come in against PD. And my goal with this combat was to not lose a ton of undead. And he had done a reasonable PD dump. This like 30 PD or something. It doesn't look like much, but it's kind of a lot. And you can see these guys are like never going to... I mean, negated by all, negated by all, negated by all. Look at this. I mean, look at this business. All would have been a sick bless for me to take. I just got totally lucky. There was a level 3 throne, and that throne was... Oh, the Throne of Splendor. Because, yeah. Anyway, we've got all, and then look at them. They're like 7 morale. And then, like, okay, let's say all doesn't hit, then they actually have to swing and try to hit me. They're 4 attack skill and darkness. I mean, and then they have to get through protection. And my protection versus mundane is actually pretty good, 16. So, like, on average, it's not even going to hit. We want to watch this again. I want you to pay attention to these 2 idiots up at the front. And I don't think they get hit once the whole time. Look at these guys. I mean, forget about the fact they have regen. Just look at them. Zero shits were given. The biggest thing I think Macone can do is going to be Firestorm. So I think that's one of the major things I have to prepare for. We talked a little bit about it, but the main way to do it is going to have to be Alt 8. Unless I find some Fire Mages, which I'm not really expecting. The other way I can do it is Alt 9 with Army of Gold, which would probably be better, but... Army of Gold... Yeah, when that comes out, I don't even know what Macone, in theory, could do. We'll talk about this. I think I talked about it last time, but this is Mandahas and Life for Life. This is Fog Warriors and Mass Protection, which is not really great since I've got 2 Fire Nations I'm coming up to fighting. But Fog Warriors is still nice, but actually Fog Warriors is not that great either. I think most of those... Actually, I'm not sure how many magic weapons Ubar has. Construction 6, I'm a little on the fence about. It's kind of cheap. I kind of want to get out of the way. Like, there's some things I want, like Starshine Skullcap and stuff. And then Alt 8 gives me Ground Army, which occasionally could be nice, and perhaps more importantly, it gives me Warriors of Methuselah, which I can get my water guys to then do fire buffs, fire resistance buffs. And then Evocation 7, that is going to give me Wind of Death. And I could jostle these around, but after this, I'm almost positive the next one will be 9. The exception to that is I may go 6 to get Troll Warlord. I mean the Troll Kings or whatever, which are right here. So that's where we stand. I think Macone is not prepared to attack. Well, let's watch. We have a final battle here too with Vanheim. He has a few of these guys in here, and he's gonna do Storm, and I don't even know what he scripted. Phantasmal Warriors. He's got his last bits of thug gear on as he's going to ride out. He's got his researchers busy researching away. But it will not be enough. Summoning a lot of big air elementals, which fortunately are not terribly effective against me. Do team colored squares so we can see what's happening. For those of you who don't know, you hit C on the keyboard. They're trampling my blood slaves. That is not cool. Okay, he's getting beaten down a little bit. Now I wonder if he did... I mean, this is probably like 15 air elementals. If he did 40, it might be a problem. But once they get small, they can't even hurt us. So they can only hurt us with the trample. Yeah, this guy's kind of getting beat up. 8 HP. Like, this guy, yeah, they're kind of getting beat up by these air elementals a little bit. When I get Fog Warriors, that's when air elementals don't really do anything anymore. Which we're not far away from. The other thing I did this turn, we'll talk about it in a minute, is I put up Mother Oak, and that was successful. So that's nice, I guess. Let me jump back here. I think I'd done Mass Flight earlier, but I think the guy who had cast Storm was still alive. So yeah, what did we get? He had some items on it, guys. We got an Alquill, Lightless Lantern, so 4 research items. A Skull Staff, another, so 5 research items. Which is not bad, not exactly a huge haul. I wonder if he had more. He kind of, I didn't really check how many mages he had with research items on it, but I will take it. So, okay, we watched this battle, we watched the Vanheim battle, and then there's a battle here where he sent in some Wraith Lords, and we went and killed them. Nice and proper. They kill some Myganos, which are these ethereal undead units I have up at the front. I got these mostly as kind of a desperate... I kind of wish I didn't get them, honestly. I wanted to have some stuff just to bulk up my lines, as I had lost a lot of stuff fighting Satis. He got decay on some of my guys, but they seem to be mostly okay. Feeble-minded and mute, not a problem. It does fuck up their MR, though. You see his MR is only 8. But yeah, we didn't even lose anything that mattered. We got some Markata down, lost a couple Ghana, killed these guys. They respawn immediately, though. And this fort's cracked, so we're going to storm it. This fort actually is not cracked. And it's a little weird, because this one shows... It's this stupid UI bug. It shows me as having an army of mostly Rakshasa warriors, but really it's only 30. And it shows this one is mostly Ghanas, but really this is mostly Rakshasa warriors. So I look at it and I'm like, this is my good army. But no, this is my good army. This is my garbage army. He had some of his mages come out here and raid me too. A Sarmancer and 3 Reborn. I was thinking about how to deal with this. I probably could do Call of the Winds. If he doesn't put PD, I think it would be pretty effective. That's probably my easiest move. The other way I could do it, it's a little or significantly more risky, is I time out the battle with going berserk on skeletons, and then I would win. But the risk is if they move forward, they could do. Well, they can't really do life for a life, but I mean, advance and cast spells for high-level death mages is probably not going to work well. I don't think they're high enough to do drain life either. So that probably would work, but it's risky. Call of Birds, though, if he does any reasonable amount of PD, is not going to work. So, anyway, we got to take these. I need to get as much of this infrastructure as I can before Macone does. And the most important decision I have to make is, do I attack Macone right away? Or do we have a bit of a Cold War? The reasons to not attack is I would love a few turns to get more like to use my mages in some of these forward forts to summon up a demon army again before I go on the offensive. So that, I think, ideally is what I would like to do. And then if he wants to pick a fight, then I'm probably ready. Yeah, there's nothing Macone really has that I'm going to be that scared of except Firestorm. And that's the other thing I've got moving into position is I do have some of these winter mages moving around. And I'll probably have him get up here in one of the forts and then probably do Twiceborn. Speaking of Twiceborn, I also got Ferris, the Adept of the Silver Order. I got him this turn. And we're going to empower him in death, give him a skull staff, and let him Twiceborn himself. And the reason is I've been rolling the dice with these doggos trying to get an Earth Astral crosspath. And you can see we've gotten a lot of, or not a lot. I mean, we haven't gotten unlucky, but we haven't gotten lucky, that's for sure. So I'm actually turning off doggo production, and we're going to get more Raktapada here. And we're just going to sink 50 Death Gems in Empowering, and then another 10 in Twiceborn. And that's going to be a lot. I mean, this guy's going to be way better than the doggos I was getting. So that's just what we're going to do. For those of you who don't know, if you Twiceborn a mercenary, you end up permanently keeping them. Ooh, there's a water mage too, Master Gibber. I think he's a water 3. I don't actually really need that. So there's that. This battle here. Okay, so we have Vanheim's capital, and we're gonna build a temple inside of it. I've got a lot of these Mount Fiends. We're gonna be running back. You can see I've already done some of the turn. Running back over here and picking up more undead. This is kind of the cycle of, really for any of the free spawn undead nations. Normally you have commanders bringing undead to the war front when they die. Ideally the commanders don't die, but the undead will die, and then you send the commanders back to get another batch, and that's what we're going to do. I'm a little sad about having to spend 50 death gems on empowering, because I can make a lot of amulets of the dead for 50 death gems. But I think it's worth it. I really am going to need... I potentially may really need golems. The other thing it's going to open up too is, and I'm going to be going Alt-8, is it's going to open up golems that can do Power of the Spheres and then do Will of Fates. And this will affect demons. So now you have to kill a demon army that also has luck on them. It's going to be pretty hard. Going to be pretty hard indeed. So we'll do that. Anyway, it's worth it, but it's kind of like a delayed gratification kind of thing. We've got a shit ton of undead here, and I fortunately have moved in some of my dudes. I'll pick these guys up, bring them to the war front. The other thing, so let's talk about the other things I gotta do. I gotta get more blood hunting set up. I want to have this as a blood hunting province right here. It's only 4,000, but it's enough. This one is right on the edge. Right now I'm just going to focus on patrolling it down. This one I can potentially set up for blood hunting too. And then this one, we've already got, what, 6 blood hunters, so that's pretty good. I think this one does become a blood hunting province. Yeah, so I got to get those set up. This one actually should be blood hunting already. So, yeah, I actually need to do that. When I'm min-maxing, what you want to do is you want to put the shitty monkeys, which I guess I can do, because we're going to get blood hunting set up here. I'll just show you. This is a patrolling monkey squad. So we'll get all the really bad monkeys. We'll put them on this guy. I think I've got some more. Was that a Marcata? And I guess we'll get the big apes as the last of the Okay, so that's 80, and these are like 80 of my worst, and then everything else is going to be 80 of my best. So that's 79. 1 second. Let's see if we can replace these. Get these big cudgel-carrying motherfuckers. All right. The mace and the cudgel. Look how hard these guys hit. Like, on one hand, Lanka's Long Dead, they get are garbage, but they get some that are so good. I mean, this is free spawn that hits for 26 damage. But they also have these guys who literally do nothing. But if you separate them out and you only use these guys as patrollers, it kind of works out in your favor, I think. Generally, the way I think the game works is it's because there's a lot of things where you know, at a certain threshold you don't take damage. Generally, it's better. Wait, this is patrol chaff. Patrol chaff, come over here. Generally, it's better to have some stuff that does high, even if it comes at the cost of some stuff dealing low, than it is to have everything in the middle. All right, come over here. But how many guys do we have? This guy is rolling out, but he's going to be a monkey summoner, so he's coming up here. I wonder if I can fly him over there, actually. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Are you serious? Do I have a ring of levitation? I do not. Okay, maybe he can summon demons from this fort. So yeah, we'll do, I think what we're going to do this turn, we're going to go ahead and do the blood economy micro stuff right now. And then we'll come up and deal with getting these forts all set up. Not the forts, these siege forces. Okay, so I need to get this place set up. We've got one, but we've got the correct amount of patrollers coming in. I need to get more of the mages. So I'll put these in the lab. Let's have you walk over here. So that's 2. Looking for more dudes I can give sanguine dowsing rods. That's 3. And I would like to have 6. We're going to blood hunt it into the ground. This is not like sustainable blood hunting. This is literally burn stuff until it's completely worthless blood hunting. And what I'm looking for here is people that don't have imps, because I can't take the imps off, and I don't want my people carrying imps out at blood hunting. Okay. So anyway, we're at 3. I need to find a couple more. We're going to make some here. I don't know if I can... Can these guys actually... They can't. They cannot. I wonder if there's any other places I really need to get set up for blood hunting. This place, 4, it could probably, well, it's really low population too. This place I really need some. Honestly, I think what I do, he's coming here. I think this, is this it? No, it's the one above it. This guy comes over here, actually. This is a fighting squad. Mostly. Let's pull off some of these idiots. Okay. So this is a fighting squad mostly. So we're going to have these guys walk over here. What I want to do is take some number of these people. And shit. Okay. Oh, wait, can we not go? Is it a river move? It's a river move. Shit. Do I have a Shambler skin? I do not. Okay, well then you're going to be doing other stuff other than... I think we're going to have these guys make more Sanguine Dowsing Rods. And I think we're going to have one of these idiots, like you, take this and come over here. And we're going to blood hunt the shit out of this province. Now, one thing I want to be careful of, if I'm doing it in a fort where I'm recruiting mages, I don't want the unrest to get too high. Like 64 is fine. But like over here, these are at 100. So I'm probably only going to put like 2 or 3 blood hunters here, which will be fine. This one we've kind of destroyed already. You see our income is actually pretty good. Just having forts, like most of your income in a game is going to come from your few good provinces rather than all of your garbage ones. Okay. Not sure what we're going to do with him. I think we'll actually have him just research. It is kind of funny when I normally do this. It's like a very relaxing part of my turn, doing all this micro. But I feel a little bit with all of you watching. It's not as chill. It's like, you have to be efficient. Whereas normally I would put on music and just sit here, do all of my little micro stuff. This province good to go. Oh, these need to get set up too. This is another major objective, is get this. So let's take a look at what we can blood hunt over here. This is super high priority to blood hunt because it's got an unrest side in it, so it's not doing me good anyway. So I need to get both of these set up. Yeah. The big thing that I have to figure out, I think this actually said, I think I have to not wait that long, is I have to go to war before he gets demonic cleansing. Once he gets demonic cleansing, I'm going to be in a bit of a sad state. He probably will have it in like 15 turns is my guess. But if he's rushing it, he might have it sooner. But it makes you very sad. Fortunately, I do have Blood Vengeance, which really helps with demonic cleansing, because the worst part about demonic cleansing is it makes battlefield wipes hurt you a lot more. So, yeah. The other thing is I'm not super reliant on my demons. I could probably get by playing mostly undead. So when demonic cleansing comes out, I'm going to be shifting more to like an undead focus. That has weaknesses of its own though, but I think it's okay. And there's so many directions we can go from here. Okay, so objectives, I need to get these two set up for blood hunting. This one I think was blood huntable too. This is blood huntable. Building a temple here. I think, too, I was going to have these idiots come up. Do swarm spam. Something like this. And then maybe do a bit of a PD dump here, 20. Typically not something you want to do as Lanka, but... You know, and I'm moving too. We can have him make some water elementals. Something like this. And these two guys together will probably make enough chaff screen for the monkeys to kill all the skeletons. I'm not sure where he's going to go attack. I doubt these guys are coming back home to roost, but they could. They could. I mean, he's basically got 3 moves. I've got a shit ton of PD on top of this, and I've got this guy patrolling. So I do not want Satis getting locked down. This I've got an army on, so I really just have to protect this. This really is his only move. Yeah. Will these guys HP route him? They might actually. No, they won't. Okay. Let's have these idiots back here. And there's a Van Jarl that stuck around on top of this fort too. So, one thing that's funny, because it's fun. I've been talking with Satis and with Vanheim mostly. I mean, through the whole game really, but Vanheim told me he saw one of Macone's Cyclopses that had a global up. I'm not sure where it was. It might have been part of this army. But he was going to try to snipe it with Mind Hunt. But I don't think he has any pin gear, so I doubt it will work. But there's a chance that he does it and takes down, I think it's Eternal Pyre. Which would be kind of, or maybe it's here. This might be it, actually. I bet it is. Yeah. Okay, this is the guy that just cast Riches from Beneath. Because you can see he's got the gear from having cast it. And he's got Gautier over here. He's diseased with 1 HP left. He was also talking about sniping this guy. I guess if he Mind Hunts this province, he'll get one or the other. There's only 2 commanders. Can I Mind Hunt? I think... Well, no, I don't have Soul Slay yet. But I do have Mind Hunt the spell. That would be pretty good to kill Gautier. Here's the guy we teleported out, or Cloud Trapezed out. And he did actually, he did try to do Vengeance of the Dead. By the time he cast it, we had already cast Cloud Trapeze. And so these things work in sequential order. So it's random, but... we got lucky and got out before we got targeted. So instead it targeted her, Arya, who has pretty high MR, because I have most of the commanders here with this. Anyway, and she has 47. She would have killed 47 dudes. So I'm totally fine risking... She does have pretty low protection. It's almost kind of worth putting this on him. Yeah, because she gets the skull necklace if I take it off. And I'm not really worried about manifestation. Which maybe I should be. Anyway. Alright, back to blood hunting. We've got these guys coming home to roost. Here we've got most of the undead assigned. Here I've got a lot of undead I have to assign. So I think what I need to do... Oh, shit. We need to bring some dudes here. I need to bring dudes here. We've got pretty big piles. And so I think what I'm going to do... I think I'm going to take 2 of these guys, try to send them down here. We'll reroute them a little bit. Oh man, I need to take one of them here, and we'll do one of them here, because I've got a lot of undead up here too. Ideally, I'd be summoning more Mount Kings and stuff too, but we're kind of out. I guess we'll make more amulets anti-magic. Most of the people I'm still going to be fighting are not really MR negates nations. Morale actually is going to be some of the most important stuff. So getting a fire mage or 2 will be key. I mean, Macone, right? They only have a... Oh, they don't even have a random on it. I thought for a reason they did, but they don't. Can he get a random? No. Yeah, they have no astral magic access. For some reason, I don't know why I thought he had an astral random chance. You get this guy for water, though. Yeah, so no astral. And elemental paths really do not target MR hardly ever. Like Shatter and stuff does. I mean, not Shatter, Petrify. And then Ubar. Well, we can't see his good stuff, but like his human stuff, which he gets anywhere, none of this is astral. This is all elemental. Whereas it's different for Nabah. Nabah gets a lot of astral. So these guys don't really have it either. I really don't need... Maybe I save it, because... Where was I? Yeah, we don't... This is not actually where I need my hammers. We're good. I mean, we could do arcane probing. It's probably okay. Okay, so we've got the Mound Kings going approximately where they need to go. At home, we're summoning a Takini. We've got 2 thugs cloud trapezing. Where are you going? You're going to 166, which is here. So he is on... This guy is on Kill the Van Jarl duty. So Blessing, Holy Avenger, Mirror Image, Skeletal Body. Skeletal Body actually probably not going to help much here. He does have cold resistance, though. I've given him this cold hat, so the Frostbrand isn't really going to hurt him. Yeah, feeling pretty darn good about how he'll do in this. Because he's going to have a shit ton of HP, too. 44. Really high protection, really good defense. Very good attack. Yeah, he doesn't really need Skeletal Body, but... Wouldn't exactly hurt. You know, we could do... I should do Flight and Attack Closest. That might be a little bit... Or we'll do Windrunner. That might give me a higher chance of getting first strike. We'll do that. So anyway, he'll jump in, try to kill this Van Jarl. He's got 3 shamans. He's still getting mages, so I'm probably going to get one tiny last fight of him out for this throne. And he's probably going to gym bait me here and here. This guy is going to 152. It's right here. So he's going to take this from Vanheim. Which honestly, I could probably have somebody else do, but... It's kind of crazy. I have had the hardest time getting Dominion in this province. I've got Dom Strength. It was Dom Strength 1 earlier. It went up. I mean, if you look, I guess it's adjacent to 2 temples, which probably have a fair amount of enemy Dominion in it, but still. Do we have... Oh, we're sieging this. Yeah, turn after, we'll probably send somebody here. In our capital, we're still recruiting Raksharajas. Makone is going full-on vulture mode over here. He's already got an army apparently on top of this fort. Which probably I should go scout. See exactly what it is we're going to be fighting. That's too many scouts I moved out. Can this guy go farther? Okay. So the other thing we're going to do, and this is mostly going to be getting set up for getting my blood economy going next turn, is I'm going to click on every fort, and we're going to look for somebody that doesn't have an item. If they don't have an item, they're not being efficient. This guy researching for 5 is not going to play. So we're going to have him set to make a Sanguine Dowsing Rod, which is the first step in getting our blood economy going. Because we will be able to put our Sanguine Dowsing Rods to use. But first, we must make them. Then I think I have a couple guys down here, maybe. I do need to make sure all of my research items get handed out, though. And I think I have a couple of those left. So that might be actually a bit of a higher priority for us. But I think, yeah, actually I can give the sanguine douse, the research items to this guy. Can have him make a sanguine dowsing rod. Yeah, I think we're going to take this off and have him make a sanguine dowsing rod too. And over here, we will give him the skull mentor. Now I've got a few hammers here, and we have to figure out what we're going to do with these hammers. And actually, I probably need to organize some of this. One thing I like to do for organizing my inventory is I like to prepare, and I don't know, I haven't always done this, but I do like a little loadout as if I was kitting out a thug. So it's like, here's their item slots in order. So head, armor, feet, miscellaneous. And I just fill things up like this. And it kind of tells you what you're missing at a glance. You're like, oh, I've got a lot of, armors, but I have no hats. Which is true. I'm at a distinct... We are missing lots of hats. And then I normally put boosters like somewhere in their own line. And these are boosters too, so normally I would put these up here in the booster line, but... Such is life. I probably need some more cardiac casks too. Especially, I feel like gym baiting is going to become an increasingly large headache for me. We've got a cornucopia here I should maybe try to use. A bag of wine. Probably might as well put on somebody. Another temp gym item. And then this. So we're actually not having a ton of thug gear. So I probably need to go ahead, hand out... Oh, you know what I do need MR gear for? Is that damn friendship hat, dude. And we've got Mother Oak back up. So we can go ahead and start kind of being a little frivolous with nature gems, making vine shields, etc. Okay, more garbage. The other thing we were talking about it, but when I get Blood 8, it'll kind of fix itself, is I need to get life after death traps set up everywhere for Archon Raiders. So I'm expecting a lot of those. What I think is going to happen, I think hopefully Earthblood, Deepwell, hopefully Riches from Beneath gets stolen, not this turn, but next. And then... Macone's going to be a little sad. They're going to make up kind of some armies. And then, but I think more than anything, they're going to make a lot of Archons. I can't even tell if he's producing Archons yet, though. He's not even building a fort here. I think he's going to get Archons and then plan like an Elfie type Alpha Strike against me. That's kind of my guess. So if I'm set up, site search here. I've got a skull staff too, so we'll site search death. I've got this, so we'll site search blood a little higher. Feels okay, man. So we'll site search there. And you, I think we'll have you make... We'll make another Ring of Regen. Or you know what I might be able to use? Because we're going to have a lot of casters. I'll just make one of these so we can kind of have a mega caster. Okay. You can hang tight here. You can hang tight. What I'm doing now is I'm just going to hit next and cycle through all of my scouts. Because people say I don't have scouts, but not if I'm playing a Blood Nation. If I have a Blood Nation, I've got a lot of scouts. I actually probably have more scouts than anybody in the game by a margin. They just aren't in enemy lands. They're either being assassin chaff up here, or they're ferrying blood slaves around. Okay. So we're definitely going to need some more scouts up this way. How many more scouts? I have none coming in. So we'll at least take one of them up here. I might need two, but we'll do one down this way. Here we're getting a yogini. I'm building a temple. Good. The other thing I don't know, and I probably should figure it out, I don't know what dominion these idiots have. Okay. This I'm pretty sure is, yeah. Holy shit. These are like perfect scales. But this is probably them too. Ubar, do they really have this good a scale? I guess it is a scales nation. They don't really need a bless. They just take a dormant god. Holy shit. So yeah, they're order 3. What this means is for me to conduct a highly successful war against either of them. Either I'm going to be relying mostly on undead, which I'll have some, or a lot, or I'm going to need to really lay down a lot of Wrath of Pazuzu and Reign of Toads, which we certainly can do. But it makes it more expensive and annoying because you have to do it the turn before, so they have a pretty good idea where you might attack, etc., etc. Okay. Don't know what you're doing up here. I guess we'll come over here and kind of scout. Actually, yeah, we'll come over here and scout. I think he's got a little blood hunting set up over here. Okay, the final thing, not the final thing, but one thing we're going to do right now, because my next key has taken us here, is this army we have on top is pretty weak, this fort. Right, these are, it's just some siege chaff to come in here. And I don't think much is inside. I think it's basically empty. But what I want to at least have is I want to at least have somebody who doesn't suck present with the army. Like a responsible adult, if you feel me. If you feel me. So we're going to send this guy in. And we're going to send him in with some blood slaves. Like so. And not divine, not wailing winds. Okay. That'll be fine. How many turns until Mendaha? We are maybe 2 turns away. Maybe 3. Depends kind of how it goes. We're close enough. It might be worth me trying to like min-max who's all researching. We can do it next turn. I might have to turn some people off reanimation next turn. Is what it basically comes down to. All right, so this guy's coming in. He's bringing some sacreds. He's got divine blessing. The sacreds I think we're going to put at the front. And then I think after this, I think I want him to do mass flight. Just like so. We'll have you. Okay, he's on conservative gym use. And we'll give him a few more blood slaves. No need to be stingy. Okay. I'm actually feeling pretty okay about that. So these guys come here. We've got these guys going back to pick up more dudes. Here we've got a reasonable amount of chaff. I could come over here and just start conducting a war immediately against Macone. Which I'm really tempted to do, because I have way more power in this region, I feel like, than he does. But I think we're going to wait. I'm at least going to wait till Blood 8, because then he can't really raid my blood infrastructure, which is, I think, the main deterrent from being in an early war. The second thing is I think whoever attacks the other has a better chance of potentially swinging Ubar to their side. I think the real thing for Ubar is... Should we patrol here? We're going to patrol here. The real thing for Ubar is for them to win, they need to oscillate between attacking me and McCone. So and they're also elves. So I don't know. It's honestly a lot easier for them to fight McCone than me. Because, like, I have Spirit Sight Patrollers, so they can't move Assassins in. There's a lot of reasons it's going to be hard for them to fight me. Maybe there's some way I could, like, pitch them. If y'all want to fight each other, I could be neutral. But honestly, nobody would ever do that. Because I don't know if they would trust me enough. Because honestly, that would be really good for Ubar, is if he got to fight McCone without me participating, but I'd have to, like, really not participate. I couldn't be like, okay, y'all fight for 10 turns, then I'm going to participate. Which, like, what else am I going to do? I could go conquer the ocean. It's not a horrible idea, actually. The other thing... Oh, shit. Next turn, I need to turn back on the Winter Mage production. Alright, monkeys... Shit. Monkeys redeploy. We're just going to next our way through this. Oh, we've got a shit ton of dudes here. I think we'll send you over this way. I feel like we're going to need all of these little monkey scouts. The other thing I kind of could do is get kits to go do, like, I think if I start a war with McCone, I don't want to do it casually, like, oh, I'm going to get 1 or 2 more provinces off of you. I think if I do it, I want to properly elf him too, which I certainly can do, but I'm going to need a lot of Dakini or cap-only mages or whatever. And then I have to figure out how it's going to work versus... I probably have to do, like, some tests to see if there's any way I can kit them to survive hoplites. I don't think so. I think their hoplites just murder my thugs. But Lanka, while they can thug, I don't think they're... I think if you're relying on thugs as Lanka, you're playing them wrong. I mean, I was planning on... Like, I used them a fair bit early. I think early they're pretty good. After that, I'm much less certain. And that's it, guys. We've made it through all of our dudes. There's still a lot we haven't done this turn. And a lot of this has to do with the fact I'm still persecuting 2 wars. But ideally... And that I'm doing stuff like empowering... So I don't have any death gems, because I really need to make more Amulets of the Dead. Ideally, I get maybe 1 more fort set up somewhere. And then I need to really get my chaff, which is over here, to where I need it to be, which is like here and here and here. And then I need to get all of my blood mages over there getting it. The final thing we'll check before we end this episode is just check our scripts here. So we've got this guy... Wailing Winds, Divine Blessing, ooh, Mass Flight. Okay, we've got at least 1 scout with... I might need to put more... Oh, I might need... Let's put some more gems on you. I do think I have enough to get Mass Flight off this turn. Because it's only 2 air gems. And I'm going to be Sabbath Master. Yeah, I'll be Air 4. I'm not really super convinced about the order of operations here on my spells. I think that works. I honestly probably could... Do something like this. Oh, and then here we have to storm the castle, so let's see what this looks like. There's a decent chance she gets magic dueled. In fact, I'd be very surprised if she doesn't, but she can try to toot her little horn. We'll see how she does. Is this really all I have? I don't think there's anything in here. So the thing I want to be prepared for in this particular engagement is I want to be prepared for his Draconians coming in and instantly being on attack rear. Put a tiny space in the middle where hopefully the blood slaves will fill up. Okay, Communion Master, Anti-Magic. He's doing Sabbath Master, Mass Flight. Divine Blessing. How many slaves am I going to have? I'm going to have 1, 2, 3. I'm only going to have 3, so I have like a little tiny redundancy, but... Or no, I might have 4. I have 4. But I'm not going to count on getting all those off. If he wants to come have a big fight, I don't think I need all that much stuff. The most important thing, I think, is that I don't get stuck at like a skelly spam in the gate. So getting Mass Flight off reliably, I think, is going to be the most important thing in this fight. And what that mostly means is I'm not going to waste all of my air gems. So like this guy should be able to do it. But ideally... I think some of these rolls are mixed up a little bit. Like this guy, he's only air 3. I think I really want him to do Divine Blessing. Not sure what I have him scripted for next. He can be like a backup. Mass Flight. Well, I don't. That's going to go on. If I summon Undead, it's going to cast it twice. I don't really want to do that. We'll just do it once. It's honestly the one thing I probably should have redundancy on, but... I think we'll take your air gems. She has air gems too. I think we'll take hers also. She doesn't really need them. Alright, so she's going to do Wailing Winds though, which is also pretty important. Sabbath Master, Wailing Winds. Feeling pretty okay about that. And then honestly, she's going to need to do Reinvigoration earlier in her script. And then we'll do Serpent's Blessing. And then we'll do Personal Regen. Feels pretty okay. Blood Rain turn 1 feels pretty good. Reinvigoration, Storm Power, Thunderstrike. We're not really doing Storm, so I can probably get rid of this. And then without Storm Power, I can't do Thunderstrike. So this exposes a few obvious holes in my script. I have a lot of masters. I don't really want to add another master. I think if anything... Where's this idiot? I think honestly he can just do Blood Rain and then be a slave. Why not? Okay, Communion Master, Anti-Magic, and then I guess we might as well just do like the astral stuff. Luck. Or Personal Luck. Twist Fate. Astral Shield. Okay, Sabbath Master, Divine Blessing, Reinvigoration. And this guy still has air gems. So I think he will be my backup. Do I really want to? I don't really want to do a backup Mass Flight. Maybe I do. Alright, we'll do backup Mass Flight. That's the only thing we're backing up. and yeah, attack rear. These guys are all just on attack. That's fine. Okay. So we storm this castle. This castle's 1 turn away. This, honestly, I probably need more guys over here. So this army was going to come reinforce this, but honestly, I think I need to reinforce this. Yeah. How many... If we look at what I've got, this fort, I've got 3 slaves. I really need 1 more. Let's go ahead and bring this guy in. Give him the slave script. We bring him in. We could actually probably organize these guys. Hold an attack. All right, we'll just do that, and then we're going to bring in some air gems on him. And this is enough. I feel pretty confident running in and killing. This is probably going to be a few shamans and a few ghouls and a few elite warriors. I mean, it's going to be a pretty shabby army inside. Yeah. Honestly, I'm upset I don't have more of like an undead choo-choo train funneling more reinforcements up here. I mean, I've done a lot of that, but it's like they're all gone. If Macone starts claiming like this fort, I don't know what I'm going to do though. I may have to start an early war with him. But that's going to trigger Ubar to attack me. So I'm not terribly excited about that. Anyway, I think we've done it. We've gone through all of our all the parts of our turn. I don't think I'm going to be in the habit of doing long episodes like this, but it's probably good for those of you who actually want to play Lanka to see kind of the micro that goes into the turn. So anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.